I'm Michelle Eagleton, and you're watching Spotlight on Stage, where we shine a light on theatre across Greater Manchester. Yes, this is a place for all your theatre news, interviews with stars from the stage, and of course, to find out what's on this week at theatres across our fair city. So, without further ado, let's get on with the show, as they say, because I'm going to start with the exciting news from a pop band about a brilliant show that is coming our way next year. Oh, yes, UK pop sensation Steps are touring the UK and Ireland, and they're going to be here in Manchester from September 2025. They're here with Here and Now, which is a brand new musical produced by the band, and it includes some of their greatest hits, things like Last Thing on My Mind, Love's Got a Hold of My Heart, Chain Reaction, Tragedy, and Stomp. Of course, I am talking about Steps, Claire Fay, Ian H. Watkins, Lee, and Lisa Scott Lee. They have done so many shows galore, had so many number one albums and record sales. And this has already had previews in Birmingham at the Alexandra, and it has gone down an absolute storm. Now, it is coming to us, as I say, in September next year. Do you want those dates? Because the tickets are now on sale, and I think they are going to go fairly sharpish. It's coming to the Opera House from the 2nd to the 13th of September. I think it'd be a tragedy to see what I did there? Well, of course, it had to be done. A little bit of cheese for good old Steps, and I cannot wait for that one. I will see you there next year. Now, something I don't have to wait for, because Christmas is just around the corner, and the festive treat from the Lowry and Hope Mill is on its way. Of course, I'm talking about A Christmas Carol, the musical. Now, it is winging its way to the Lowry. It is a Hope Mill Theatre production, and it is starring a West End favourite, Claire Moore. Most notably, Claire has starred as Christine in Phantom of the Opera. She's also played Ellen in Miss Saigon, amongst countless others of amazing roles. And now she's taken on the role of Scrooge, because in this production, Scrooge is a woman. I am very excited about this one. And I got the chance to catch up with Claire at Salford Museum and Art Gallery. You might have been there yourself. It is Lark Hill Place. You step back in time to an old Victorian street. So the perfect setting for my interview with Claire, who got me very giddy about this particular show. Claire, look where we are. It's like we've gone back in time. It's getting me very excited for A Christmas Carol. I don't know about you.
I know, I'm thoroughly, well, I don't know whether I mean Doctor Who, Harry Potter or what, but it is absolutely amazing. And I feel fully Scrooged up now, having been here this morning, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've seen you in your outfit.
Have you?
Yeah, you're looking very dapper as Scrooge.
It's great, isn't it?
It is great, and this is the first time a woman has played that role in this production. This is great.
It is, and to play her as a woman as well, you know, because we could very easily have had a woman playing a man, I suppose, and to actually see the story from a woman's perspective, I think is a really beautiful new sort of thought about the story, the retelling of the story, you know, and especially the relationship that in this version Scrooge has with her own family, and her father gets taken to prison, and we hear that in the story, and then of course we see what happens with the relationship with the Cratchit family, and it's brilliant.
It's a really nice new dimension, and I think, why not? I mean, you know, bar humbug can be a man or a woman.
Oh, indeed.
Totally can do. And you have played iconic roles before. I mean, this is one heck of an iconic role. But Christine, you've played Christine. You know, you've been on stage in Miss Saigon, you've been Ellen, all these different parts. So for you, is it nice to be doing something like this, which involves Alan Menken, who I know that you've got previously?
Yeah, very much. Well, I did the film of this version, which was a show that was done at Madison Square Garden in New York every Christmas for donkey's years. But prior to that, I did A Little Shop of Horrors back in 1983. It was the original UK production, and I played Ellen. Took over from Ellen Green, playing Audrey in that. So yeah, we go back a long old way.
Yeah, I mean, he does some superb music. What kind of music can we expect in this production?
Well, I think typical Alan Menken, beautiful sweeping melodies, lots of wonderful dance tunes. You know, it's kind of think Little Shop meets Beauty and the Beast meets all. You know, it's so he's got such a distinctive style. You hear the music and you just think that is an Alan Menken score. You know, and with Lynn Aarons as well. You know, it's a wonderful duo.
Yeah, well, with singing, are we going to see some dancing from Scrooge as well? Have you got your dancing shoes on?
Not really. I don't think Scrooge really is much of a party goer. But you never know, there might be a little hop and a skip somewhere. But there's a wonderful, wonderful company of people doing all of that brilliantly. So you won't need me to lower the tone on that one.
Oh, well, do you know what? I think at the encore, you never know. Don't rule it out, Claire.
Come cartwheeling across the stage.
Absolutely. Now, it is, of course, about Christmas. We know that Scrooge wasn't a fan of Christmas. How are you with Christmas? What is it like for you, Claire?
I love Christmas, and normally our house is a riot of Christmas. And in fact, I've just been back home this weekend, and because I'm not going to be much around, we actually did Christmas. It's the earliest I've ever done it in my life, and it's a bit of a pared down Christmas to what we normally have, but there is something pretty much in every room, even now.
So were you naughty or nice? Did you get anything from Father Christmas?
Not yet.
Oh, right, so you just had this celebration?
No, we just put the decorations up.
Oh, the decorations!
No, not actually done Christmas yet, but
so we've still got that to come, because I was going to say, Christmas dinner, quite controversial. Do you have sprouts or not?
I love a sprout. Just don't, boil them to death. I love a sprout with a chestnut, and I tend to shred them and then fry them up.
You need to put some bacon in as well.
Lovely, always happy to do that.
That's a good one.
Although one of my kids is vegetarian, so he wouldn't thank me for that.
No, that wouldn't go down very well. You're going to be here, though, at home for Christmas. We know that you're originally from Bolton, born and bred.
Yeah.
So that's going to be good, being on home turf,
It really is. Well, I've still got lots of family here, my sister and her family, and lots of friends here. You know, it does feel very much like coming home, and it's just gorgeous. I would normally not have worked over Christmas or worked away, and this was a no-brainer for me. It was an absolute straight yes right from the get-go.
And you've got two amazing theatres joining together on this one. You've got Hope Mill, you've got Lowry, so as I say, it doesn't really get any better.
Yeah, no, it really is wonderful, and I think, Hope Mill is really going places, and I think the fact that the Lowry has been so accommodating, welcoming and helpful to them in their endeavours as they move forward with this amazing theatre that they've created, is just brilliant, and it's wonderful for me to be part of another of their firsts.
Absolutely, and they make such brilliant choices. This is going to be fantastic. I think all we need from you now is a bit of bar humbug. Can we get one?
Far too nice for that. So, bar humbug!
Tell you what, she really frightened me there with her bar humbug. I think she is going to be utterly amazing in that production, Claire Moore. And if you want to go along and see her in action, then get your tickets now. You can get them by heading to our website, ilovemanchester.com/theatre. It actually runs from the 6th of December until the 5th of January next year. Definitely one to watch. And talking about ones to watch, what else is on at theatres this week? Well, let's take a look. Over at the Palace Theatre, William Russell's classic musical is still in town. Of course, it is the tale of twins who, separated at birth, grow up on opposite sides of the tracks, only to meet again with fateful consequences. The superb score includes Bright New Day, Marilyn Monroe, and the emotionally charged hit Tell Me It's Not True. It is running until Saturday, the 30th of November, so do try and head to that musical if you can. It is absolutely brilliant. Now, talking of musicals, we have got one at the Royal Exchange for the festive season. It opened on Saturday. It runs until the 11th of January. It's called Spend, 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 and it is based on a true story. Yes, the life of Viv Nicholson, who won the football pools back in 1961 and went on lavish spending sprees, splashing out on furs, cars, champagne, and parties until it all came crashing down around her. This has some brilliant songs in it. It is funny, it is emotional, and it has won lots of awards along the way. It's an extraordinary rags to riches and back again story. And if you want to find out more, then I did interview the cast. You can look back on the I Love Manchester Theatre Facebook page and find out all about it. And you can do the same for the Jungle Book because I caught up with the woman who is playing Shere Khan in this brilliant musical, which is currently on at the Octagon. Of course, it's based on the book by Rudyard Kipling, but this is a musical version. So join Mowgli and friends, Baloo the bear, Bagheera the panther, and a gang of mischievous monkeys. Will they outwit the ferocious tiger Shere Khan and confront the dangers in Mowgli's path with the help of friends? It's funny, it's exciting, and it's wildly entertaining for all the family and, of course, for Christmas 2024 because this runs until the 4th of January next year. And talking of Christmas, well, I wish takes to the stage at home Manchester. Yes, it opens this Friday, the 29th of November, and runs until the 8th of December. So if you're looking for fun family activities for the little ones, well, join theatre artist and singer Legato Chocolat as they transform into the wish giver for an unforgettable theatrical and musical extravaganza that the whole family will cherish. It takes inspiration from the loved fairy tales and leads you on a fantastical adventure exploring what happens when wishes are granted but not as expected. Well, I think they all sound absolutely delightful. And if you want to go and see any of those shows I mentioned or find out more about theatre across Greater Manchester, then do head to our website, ilovemanchester.com/theatre. A big thanks to my guest, Claire Moore, for joining us. And thank you to you for watching. Do spread the word. I am here every Monday with Spotlight on Stage, bringing you all the latest theatre news and interviews. I'll be back with more next week. Until then, have a great week yourself. Bye for now.